that's what I have my dock set up as. It took me days to work on this, but also I don't have a tripod, so sorry for the view. Today we are covering the heinous case of Samuel Little, supposedly the most horrid and prolific serial killer, claiming to have killed 93 people, and it has been proven that he killed 60. I don't even know how someone could go years killing so many people, almost hundreds. It's just utterly insane. It's been confirmed that Little killed from 1970 to 2005, but it is a possibility that he killed from 1960 to 2012, which is like an insanely long time to go killing people without getting caught. He killed in California, Texas, and Ohio, and possibly some other states that are unknown yet. Well, probably always going to be unknown since he's dead. To truly understand a criminal, you have to look at their background, especially a killer who has committed some of the most gruesome murders in American history, such as ones he has committed, which we will dig into later. But first, we do a deep dive into Little's childhood, which is filled with abuse and abandonment. When Little was only a baby, his mom, who was a teenage prostitute, abandoned him, which led to Little to be raised by his grandma, who also abused him. Little looked to drugs and alcohol from a young age to escape his torment in his life that he had with his grandma, and to escape the abuse, which, just ignore my dogs, which is common in most cases of, usually a killer doesn't just snap out of nowhere. There's usually a trigger, and it appears that his trigger has been on since he was very young. Believe it or not, Little did have surviving victims. One second. Believe it or not, Little did have surviving victims, but because they were drug addicts and prostitutes, they sadly weren't believed whenever they tried to interfere, and whenever they tried to be like, hey, this person tried to kill me, hey, this person touched me and did horrible things to me. Like, nobody would believe them because they were drug addicts and prostitutes. If the people involved in that case would have just investigated the crimes from the standpoint of the women trying to protect other women, then Little probably wouldn't have been able to go on to have the most amount of victims in America. It's honestly insanely sad that they didn't listen to these girls, and even though, come on, did they really not notice people disappearing or turning up dead? How do you not notice if 93 people are killed? How do you not notice that? You would have noticed and investigated after these women said, hey, but I don't know what went on in their minds. This was back in early 2000s and late 90s and all of that, but Little claimed to have strangled all of his victims, but some victims were found with overdose and other accidental or unknown causes, and some bodies were never even discovered, which is insanely disturbing. He also SA'd his victims, and it's truly sad. If the investigators would have believed these girls, then he would have been, locked up a long time ago, and there wouldn't have been so many victims. It is a truly horrific case, but thankfully, Little was sentenced to He was sentenced to 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole. But who knows how many other monsters are lurking and waiting for their next victims. If you enjoyed this video and would like more like this, please like and subscribe. in order to receive notifications, and so I know you enjoy this content, and I know if I should make more. Thanks for watching.